DC maybe in lacking in terms of some lockdown, in terms of some team fight, and MP having an overall really solid draft. What do you think about the draft for these two squads?
Thanks.
I owe you one.
30 seconds to battle.
I mean, yeah, you have return, you have the liquid fire to push down towers. Your team fight is exceptionally better. You have a Photic Shield to take off a lot of the abilities that are going to be annoying to you, including Track and Venomous Scale. So Photic Shield is just going to be a very good situation for this game. Misery will scout at MSS hiding right here in this little alcove of trees. He'll walk out, can't find anything, has a sentry. It looks like we will see contention at the top rune spot. Envy's thinking about it, and looks like they might just back away on DC's side. Already kind of giving up a lot. And MP get both of them. Abaddon runs in and gets the bottom bounce rune. Moon's going to chase after him with the overwhelming odds, but they do not have enough damage to bring down MSS, especially if he goes for an Aphotic Shield right now. Oh, is Misery going to see this courier? No, he will not. The courier is actually in the tree line, which was really cool. He's looking all around for it here. If he goes to the trees, that would be actually so sick. Oh, Misery! He gets there. He goes hunted. He might die for this, but damn, he gets the courier. I thought that was not going to die. They mean, they put right in that little alcove. Wow. Guys, see you later. That's already a great start. That's the kind of start DC needs with this bounty hunter. Getting that courier kill. And of course that means that Envy, for another 2.5 or a minute and a half here, he's not going to have anything carried out. But, yeah. There's a lot of mind games being played. Weehaw taking a static link, only losing 8 damage, but at this point 8 damage for a sniper, so it's a fair bit when you're trying to CS up against a Razor. A couple more. Weehaw's doing pretty well for himself, sitting at currently 2 last hits, but not to, of course, the extent that Envy is at 5 last hits and 5 denies. Down bottom, a Photic Shield, overwhelming odds. MSS, he's winning this toe-to-toe battle. Curse of Avernus, the salve is coming out. With that, MSS will back up and away and continue to farm. This is a very interesting matchup, like you talked about, I believe, which is the Abaddon versus Legion Commander solo matchup. It's just, you just don't see it very often.
Denied.
Oh, yeah. You gotta try to fight a Photic Shield. We'll actually do some damage when it breaks the Moon Meander. Moon actually taking some unfavorable trades here. And we'll back up. Moon is actually out of regen as well. The Abaddon, so too is he. Not much regen going on. Rotation came mid. Misery is invis. No sentries available. Walking around the tower, so he's not scouted out yet. But now he might have been seen by Envy. Looks like no, the pings didn't come out. They know that Misery is in fact missing. And this is going to be Resolution and Sox are backing away. So Resolution is playing the safe lane Necrophos. And this is a hero we don't see a lot of. Think about this. Ooh, Sox, hook, keys, dead to the rot. First blood comes out, AUI 2000 getting it. Sox is just in a bad position. Wrapping around, Envy, now he might get caught. There's going to be the Shadow Walk. They have the Shrapnel as well. No Janata, though, so not really able to slow him because Misery doesn't have an Orb of Venom either. So Envy just is going to bottle up, and he's fine.
Easy. All right. But, yeah, up against Centaur, it's pretty obvious why you want to go in towards this Necrophos.
Nice pass hook. Resolution in trouble. Good Gale. Rezo's still dead, though. No more Death Pulse. He'll fall to the last auto attack or Liquid Fire proc of SVG's Jakiro. Everyone's so low, and Misery rotates up, but it's too late. I think this is kind of what we expected. I mean, this aggro tri-lane is doing some serious work, and they've just got more ways to set up these kills.
Well, In terms of the pressure too, they have the Jakiro, so they'll start knocking down this tower. Can they even hold this? Like, having the bounty hunter is always going to put you in a disadvantageous position when it comes to tri lanes too. So like, the second you see a bounty hunter, you can just aggro trot, right? Because you know he's going to be weak if he is to stay, and you're also drawing him away from your other lanes. But in this game, the other lanes are awful for him anyway. So
Yeah.
I guess they're just fully valuing track this game. They will
SVG,
get
they might feed away a kill here. They need this resolution. Auto attack will do the job. He's the one that picks up the kill. SVG dies under the shadow of his own tier 1 tower, rotating at his AUI 2000. The TP came too late. A kill is a kill. It gets them back in the board here, or at least on the board for the first time, but there is a rotation coming in. Oh, Rose is smoked up, looking for a hook on Weehaw. Weehaw sitting pretty far to the right here, closer to his tower. Still a hook. Go from Rose. Vision-wise, he's not scouting him just yet.
No, nice
scan comes out. Beautifully done. They know that someone is there, and it is going to be the punch. Like, well, that's that. 1437 will not be able to find anything. They have a haster in as well as the Shadow Walk up now for Misery. He doesn't head up to the high ground to look for Rose. He wanted to scout and just make sure that the punch wasn't there. He's making sure all these little spots are safe. Static Link gonna go. Janata, now available. Shrapnel, I just don't think they have the damage against Envy. It'll be tough. Another Shrapnel coming out. They will get the kill top lane. AUI 2000 bringing down a hero in the dive. But now, Envy getting help. Ice Path coming in. Shrapnel, more damage. They need a couple more auto attacks.
Oh, you gotta go in.
Is going to get the kill, but he will fall. And now Misery might be next. Is SVG going to bring down both of these heroes? Liquid Fire, not in time. So you do get the kill for the sniper. He does end up dying, but taking down Envy first is important as MSS dives to tower bottom, getting the kill on the Legion before getting killed himself. What a crazy game. Lots of blood frickin' flying everywhere.
Yeah, we got EXP trades and deaths going on, so DC take the advantage of the mid, just because it obviously goes over to their mid laner, but now in that little 1v1 scenario. Interesting here. One thing about Moon joining this team, too, was a lot of people talked about how he was always that sacrificial 3, more like that super active guy who tends to maybe fall off in the mid game, right? Where he's more about fighting than overall the farming potential when you compare it to someone like more traditionally like Bulldog, for example, was kind of the epitome of a farming offlaner. But after that last game of the Clockwork, as Weehaw's now running into Rose, but it's interesting to see him now on a pretty farm heavy hero in the Legion too. So definitely branching out here, you would say. Like the amount of farm that he was able to keep up on that Clockwork was kind of insane. So I'm expecting the same out of this Legion.
He is second in net or last hits right now. He's tied with the Abaddon. It's actually very close in this lane. And you're right, he does have a very wide hero pool, which is always fun to watch for Moon Meander, one of the cool heroes. And he's doing a pretty good job for now. But again, the start was not the greatest for DC. However, they're kind of coming back in a big way with a couple of these kills they've gotten. They still need a lot of levels for Misery. And this is to be expected for a hero like a Bounty Hunter. You just cannot find that experience that you're used to on
I think they're waiting for 6 on Weehaw before they go for this.
And
oh, actually, it's going to go early.
Janata, Weehaw, not 6 again, like you talked about. And that'll be it. A top lane statically coming out. Resolution Ice Path. I believe he's dead, even with that pulse. But guess what? He doesn't have mana. His wand charges, but he can't get him off in time. He just falls to Envy as well as SVG. Diving that tier 1 tower. That's okay. Again, another big kill coming the way of NP. Although Resolution is still top of the net worth, surprisingly enough.
Well, he's farming well, but I mean, it's going to matter if they don't have any towers left and as pressure starts to roll from the side of the Radiant. Envy
like,
very happy with what just happened.
Misery is not able to stop this
camp.
push. Yeah,
his Hood of Defiance is going to be so sick this game, too. Like, obviously, it doesn't help much against Reaper Sight, but everything else in the game, it is very good up against.
Oh, absolutely. They have the Liquid Fire going. This tier 1 tower's not dead yet. They rotated Envy out of that mid lane very early on. Maybe they didn't want to have that match with the sniper.
Oh, he's battling with Aquatic Shield and Raindrops, dude.
Oh, yeah, this isn't good. Rose is coming in. Moon Meander. He's got that move speed from the overwhelming odds, but still will probably get hooked here. And just dies to the Aquatic Shield. Resolution Reapers, does he have it? He uses it if he wants to.
He
just wants to get the kill. I think he wants to use the Reapers on Rose. And now Rose is in trouble. He's going to try to buy and get his way out of here. The creep wave will find him. There's the Reaper scythe. And Resolution gets an easy double kill. What a start for him. And he's like, you know what? I died top lane, but screw it. It's worth it for me.
Yep, now all those Sata stacks too, even at just level 1. Help him out there. 10 regen going. Get him into a Veil, which is going to be much needed this game with all the tank, but they do lose the top tower.
They do, and they also lose Moonbander in that bottom lane. Misery's starting to get some more experience. They really could use some track here. If they get a track and followed up by like a Reaper Scythe or a couple of other kills, they have so many like abilities that just get you more than than you would otherwise, like a Legion Commander duel, a track, of course, the Reaper site that's talked about. So it's interesting. Meanwhile, AUI has Stampede. Moonmander was coming in with Misery. Looks like they're not going to try to get the kill. Misery, again, just leeching experience. Rotation. Smoke in the mid lane. From Rose as well as Envy. They're going to check out the Ancient Stack and wrap around behind this Tier 1 tower. This could be devastating. They do have no Poison Nova. Not even 6 yet. Resolution doesn't have the Reaper sight.
Nice.
Hook comes out. Something's going to get caught. Venomous Gale will go. Static Link is up. He'll fall. TP's coming on mass, but it'll be too late as they've lost the Venomancer.
And that was brought up during the draft too about the lack of stuns, right? And yeah, they have a lot of slows, but you pop Stampede, they don't matter. You just run away full speed and you're out of there.
Veil comes out onto Envy, but really not anything being done. Weeha's pushing into that mid lane, trying to get some extra golden experience for himself. Top lane, AUI still, he's got that Hooded Defiance as we talked about. Rose looking for a hook. Misery is in Viz. They have the dust
called
up,
him out, dude.
Done. And there's going to be the Ice Path and the Macro Fire, and he'll fall. But maybe they can turn this around. They get off the borrowed time. Rose will certainly fall. They don't have the Reaper Sight yet, and he will fall. Moonmander, he wants this duel. He's going to find it. SVG caught, and the Reapers. Not only do you give the damage away, you're dead for an extra couple of seconds. And so Resolution finds yet another double kill here, Trent.
Yeah, a little bit of a greedy dive, I guess. Goes and that's heavily punished when you're getting dual damage too. It's not just the fact that you're trading away this gold and everything, but is that desperately needed momentum for someone like Moonmander this game. See, it'd be interesting to see his build. I don't know if you can just go for a blink this game. It kind of feels like he has to go Shadow Blade or something like that.
Blade Mail potentially?
Really pump on the damage. Yeah, Blade Mail at some point for sure.
Yeah. We'll wait and see. MSS is going to get caught. No borrowed time, but he does have the Aphotic Shield up and ready. 1,000 gold for him. He's third in the net worth, which not surprising considering the game he's had. And he's a little bit behind, but not by much. You do have the top of net worth resolution, as we've talked about numerous times. Now that he's a Dagon, he's picked up a Ring of Regen. What is this going to build into next year, Trent?
I guess like Force Staff Hurricane Pike is in the worst game. Could just be his own Hooded Defiance. Quite a bit of magic damage on the side of NP.
I mean, I suppose
so
you could
many
go for,
options.
I suppose you could go for a mech too if you wanted, but that'd be interesting. TP out coming from NP to make sure they can get away. They are doing a nice job of working on the tier 2 tower top lane while this tier 1's being taken, as well as the tier 1 mid. But there's not much damage being done yet. Moonmander going to come in. There is Rose nearby. 1437 has that hook at the ready, and Moonmander would be a great target to get. Hook would be perfect here, and he gets it. Nicely done. Into the stomp, into the double edge, into the dismember, and Rose finds himself a kill and a flesh heap stack.
This is a big win for NP. Getting that kill top lane, pressuring in the mid lane.
Tower. Yeah, they're going to get the tower, tier 1 tower mid too.
Yeah.
Starting to run over him.
So that's a big turnaround after that.
He's only level 5. Power time is up, so even if they went for an assassinate, well, he's going to use it anyways. And he pops it. All right, worth it. It's not that much mana, I guess. It's only a short cooldown.
That's fine. Get rid of his ulti. Maybe not have to worry about for a minute. Probably won't find a fight in that duration anyway,
By the
though.
way, it is going to be the Force Staff of Resolution, as you had predicted.
I think it makes sense, right? Up against a Razor, just like trying to create that gap, that distance. Jakiro too, saving allies who get stuck in Ice Path.
Yeah, I think it's very good this game against the Stomp, against the potential hook, up against the Force or the Static Link. You're absolutely right. I think this is a great choice in this game for them. Speaking of Hurricane Pike, I think Weehaw will build one as well, as he already has the Ring of Regen. It's just a standard Dragonlance build for a ranged agility hero. It's fine.
The scary thing is NP are just so tanky though that even if you create that gap, like if you're trying to use it in a defensive purpose where like you're getting run at and you're pushing them away from you, even a Hurricane Pike, let's say you get the double distance of the Force Staff, they're still so tanky.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can stop them. If they stampede, like if they haven't stampeded already and you're trying to use this Hurricane Pike or Force Staff defensively, it's just not going to work. They are just going to run right through all your slows.
They just won't have damage, really. Weeha's not doing nearly enough, and he won't do nearly enough until he has a big item like Sans Dragonlance. He needs more than that. Moonmander needs a lot more dual damage. He needs a big item for himself. There is so much tank on this team. I mean, every single hero is very tanky. Even the Jakiro has a lot of good strength gain, too. I mean, 2.3 strength gain for Jakiro is definitely not bad. It's going to be I think, someone just bought that Vanguard. It was AUI 2000, so he is even tankier against some of this damage.
Especially against a sniper, right?
Yep.
Like,
yeah.
Just,
it's nuts, man.
So much for getting peeped. Yeah, well, no peeps on AUI. You know,
I mean, he pretty much has
good.
to get him low, and they have to use Reapers and Assassinate. I mean, they do have the ability to bring him down, but it takes a lot. And also, NP are getting some good vision in the enemy jungle, some very good aggressive wards coming out. Misery is finally level 6, so track is up and ready to go, and boy, do they need it. Oh, Jakiro TPing out. Looks like he will barely make it away in time. The TP finishes. They see that it does. They are out of luck.
a really hard game for DC, it feels like.
Yes.
It's kind of like they have similar drafts in the sense of like grouping up and pushing with like the Necrophos and general tankiness and stuff, but the one on the side of NP is just better, whereas like they're kind of handicapped by the bounty on the side of the Dire. At this point of the game, 14 minutes in, it does look like Moon will probably just save straight for the blink since he is the only form of initiation, but...
They on the hook, they find that it's, remember, they find the kill. Soxa having another bit of a rough start here.
Oh, now Moon runs into Envy.
Overwhelming odds could give him some move speed, but it looks like Envy's just going to try to link as much damage as he can. 105 damage with an Invis rune on top of it. I think you need to leave, buddy.
Yeah, they have a Centaurus run too, but...
Yep. Weeha's trying to get out. Plasma Field, TP. Might be enough. Taking a lot of damage, but a good TP, a good call, and a good high ground movement.
Yeah, I thought someone would TP in, but looks like... I mean, obviously we just probably would have started backing at that point, so...
There was a really good start for DC for the most part. They have the top net worth here in Resolution. There's a 1,500 net worth lead coming out for NP, which is not that significant at 14 minutes in. Rates-wise, it's a little bit more. Moon Meander, 1,900 gold. I think he might be going for this blink straight up.
I think he is, but I think the second NP see the blink, they're just going to 5-man.
Yes.
And they're just going to start pressuring into these tier 2s.
There's no reason for them not to
tier 1 bottom.
That.
Yeah. And then it's just like, what are they going to do? Like, you'll blink duel. If it's not the Abaddon, he's going to Photic shield the person and just help boost them up, maybe throw a miscoil. He might just get hooked back by the Pudge. And fighting into this 5-man, it's going to be really tough for DC. It kind of comes back to that ease of execution where they need that super well spaced out fight, you know? Gotta be working on like their smash skills here, keeping that perfect spacing between them and their opponents.
Spacing, baby. Spacing.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's the game for DC. So, I don't know, MSS, I know he's a smash player, so NP might have the edge there too.
He's all about, I mean, him and AUI, they are both great smash players. They know all about spacing.
Well, shit, DC lost then. Like,
yeah, they
pretty
make
much
lost. They make
it's
a
over,
loss.
guys.
MSS, there's a big fight about the brew down here. They have the Veil up on MSS. They want to be able to slow him down. They have the Janata. They're looking elsewhere. Ice Cap. Force forward. There's the track. Stampede comes out as well as Resolution. Doesn't want to have to use that. Now the duel. They'll find the SVG Jakiro. He'll fall first. Can they get more? MSS is too damn fast. Even with a Plague Ward, they cannot chase him down. Rose has not been spotted. In the meantime, Tier 2 tower is being taken. AUI 2000 chops it down. So does the Jakiro for a Tier 2 tower. And realistically, probably more. The Tier 2 tower mate's also taking some hits. And now
Plus, it's also the blink
more.
reveal, which is a very important part of that. So now this is where NP can change their game plan based on that.
They're still a little bit spread out now. AUI 2000 is tracked up. Rose is still down bottom. Might walk into the Plague Ward. And he will. But, I mean, I don't think they care that much. They can go back and try to kill him, but it looks like they just want to get out. Instead, they're going to TP Resolution home. He has picked up his Ogre Club. See if he does finish up that Hurricane Pike. Now, I don't know, man. There's even a Midas up for Abaddon here. This game isn't that big of a lead for NP. It is certainly still tough for them to win, but DC, it just feels like they've got to make some plays here, and I don't know what they can do.
It's kind of like, in a sense, where NP had this idea last game where they had to fight around pressure coming in from DC, where like if they could be set up in a tower while the opponent felt forced into it, that's kind of where DC would love to shine right now. Like, if there actually was a 5-man push, well, maybe like a 4-man push or a 3-man push, somewhere where DC could get the numbers on them, that would be ideal for them. It looks like right now they're hoping they're split around the map, but you can see the Blink Dagger's up and NP are grouping. They're just staying near each other. Envy won't be here, and maybe that'll be enough that they'll have an advantage, but he's got the bots too.
Oh boy. Frightening. Here we go, though. Everybody coming in for DC side. AUI will be the first to get caught here. Duel's going to come out. They have the Reapers as well. They might need it to get this kill. It looks like the Miscoil's going to come out. The Reapers doesn't bring him down. Are you kidding? It was sitting at maybe 100 HP. And now Misery is next. The hook came through. They brought the Legion down. You're right, Trent. They're too tanky. As Sox will be the third to fall here. They'll drop the Plague Ward, but MSS with the Curse of Avernus coming out. There's the Dual Breath. Soxa, even though Poison Nova Sophie wanted to just use something before he died, he cannot. I cannot believe
it was so
AUI
close.
Survived that. That is insane to me.
Oh no, disaster.
Disaster indeed, my friend.
Yeah, quick tower push down. Great grouping by NP. I mean, that was just well played. They knew they had to get aggressive from the side of DC. They knew that was going to be their play, so they just stay next to each other so they can help each other out. It was a little close, you know, for comfort, perhaps, the Aphotic Shield and the hook coming at the last possible second, but it got it done. And NP looking very solid so far. Looks like they've got a good read on what DC are up to. And now it's just up to them to clean out these tier 2s and probably head into Roche at some point. Although that'll be a very slow take, so they might need a serious fight win to head on in.
Yeah. There's a lot of room to work with here. DC, in that fight, is in a very bad position. Sentry is up. Rose will see. Misery, he avoids the hook, but the track is there. AUI 2000 is right around the corner. The stomp, boom. Misery, you've gone too far, my friend. The Dismember is there. Was not expecting the Centaur to help grab that kill. He just assumed, I believe, it was only going to be Rose on that pudge. And he dies for it, but no big deal. Misery, he's had some tough situations at Matty Hunter, and they can certainly come back. How do you feel about the late game situation for DC? I mean, if they can go late enough, do you think they can actually do enough damage to bring down some of these heroes, or is NP still fine when it...
It's always tough to judge that based on a Legion commander too, right? Because like sitting at 20 damage at 20 minutes, it's definitely not the worst out of the Legion commanders. We see so many of them lately, actually, but it feels like Moon's not going to get too many dual wins. Perhaps if there's a lot of botched high ground attempts from the side of NP, then maybe they'll start to stack up and they can get it done. And then you can, obviously, Sniper's the high ground king. We all remember that patch. Yeah, you know what he can do up there once he gets some Mjolnirs, and now with the new Hurricane Pike being added into the mix. That was the worst patch, dude. How long did the first version last? It was like 3 days or something, right? Yeah, that was pretty clowny. This was nicely played by them, though. Like, they pushed out the lanes to a really good degree, and NP are maybe a little bit greedy right now, but they could be thinking there's a smoke play, and not that they're roaching. Of course, judging by where SVG is, that is not the case, so I'm not sure what they think they're doing. They must know they're in the pit.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Immortality!
Yeah, I don't know. They weren't on the map, like, forever. But, could be they just don't feel like it's good enough spot to fight, like, the risk. But it's a good sign for DC, that's for sure. They'll be happy with that. They snag that up. And they're actually smoking through their jungle, hoping that the side of DC are looking for a play onto Envy, but that is not the case. They are, in fact, up on the top. Oh, nice ward. They're going to see Moon.
Serves you right.
Maelstrom abated. That's pretty neat.
Let's get
Oh, what a hook. Oh, he didn't have the dismember up.
Is under attack.
Oh, they can see Rezo top with no TP too. So they could theoretically dive this if they see a good opportunity. We'll see if he gets greedy. Ah, he'll show now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. You can see why he went for it. Like, if he got all that off before the dismember, then he could have just got the kill and gotten out before TPs would follow through, but fingers were a little bit too fast there for 1437, so Reza will pay. Not worth, for sure. Yeah, I think it's just more split push counter, right? Whereas Shadowblade just rising so much in prominence lately because of the reactions from Blink, and it can be tough to get the duel off at a situation like that. You can like press the attack, then Shadowblade and walk in kind of situations too out of the tree line. Oh, now he has none left. Wow.
Maze with you.
DC victory.
They're done. They're out of there. Yeah, that was a little bit early. Yeah, just it seemed like it was an easier game to execute for them. They saw the blink come out from Moon. They just grouped up, won like 2 fights in a row, pushed some towers, and DC just did not see an end game there. And they're like, you know what? If this day goes the full length, we really want to drag out a game that's at such a low percent. You can kind of feel them, right? They might potentially play 3 best-of-3s today. So I guess we can hurry up and get into the 3rd game of our series here. This is nice.